Pull up. All right. Well, welcome back to Terrible Fishing. We're going to talk a little bit about reel maintenance today. So let's show you my new introduction. Okay, there you go. I like that too. I also have a little background audio on there. If you listen closely, you'll hear water. That's probably why you have to go to the bathroom right now. So, oh, there's plenty of kokanee, Sam. There is plenty. They're just hitting the beach. My video, there's one on where it says more kokanee. It's got 1,200 views almost in just a couple days. So they are just all over the water. I mean, they're just all over the place. So it's pretty cool, actually. It is actually really cool to see. So whenever a guest comes to the store and they haven't seen it yet, I go, "You guys want to see the salmon?" And they go, "What? You have salmon?" And I go, "Yeah, we got salmon." And so I walk them outside to the boat ramp, and there they are. They're just all over the place. And they just stand there, and they just oohing and awing over it. It's really cool. They really, really love the fact that I showed it to them. So, so today I went to some car dealership was having an event, and they're basically paying $20 to everybody that shows up. So for $20, I show up. So I got $20. So, and I needed to get some reel grease, some grease for my reel, because my Crixus, this reel, was having a trouble traveling the full distance left and right on the guide. So this guide right here needed a little lubrication. So I put some more grease in that in order for it to reel. Still didn't do it. I'm going to have to redo this. I really am, I think. This reel, as much as I like it, I dislike it too. It's a Cast King, and it's a Crixus Armor X. Just for some reason, it has a hard time going left, feeding the line back on the spool evenly. It's the only reel I have that does this. And it's not the way I tie it. It's not the way, I have a spooler and stuff, but nonetheless, I'm hoping that grease does it. Now, the cool thing about the Crixus, too, it's got a lubrication port for the oil. So you put oil in the lubrication port, and then you put grease on the guide. And that's what you do. Now, it was snowing this morning at the lake. And then it got windy. So I made this new intro. Guys, it's kind of a wintry fall day today. And, what do? You get creative, right? So I created this new intro. The cool thing too about let me get this image up. Is DHT horse. I did this this horse that's inspired by Dark Horse Tackle because they have a new mascot called Clyde. And it's a green glowing horse head that, you know, with fire or a chain around it and stuff. And come on. I have too much stuff on this computer. I've got 3 drives. I got a solid state drive. I've got 2 physical drives. So it's like, but this, let me put me in front of it. There. Anyway, I did this. I was just playing. You guys know I do computer graphics and CG and 3D modeling. That's actually a 3D model horse that I already had. And all I did was pose it, overlaid some green and threw some green flames on top of it. And I think it turned out pretty good. So, but they got a really cool logo called Clyde, and it's going to be on my new shirt. So it's going to be on the arm, I think they said. And I'd love to get some Clyde stickers to put on my my kayak. So, but yeah, this kind of, you know, again, when you can't go fishing, I get creative. And this is, you know, one of the latest pieces of work that I've done. And so, and let me see what else I've done. Let me see what else. Pictures. Pictures. Oh, Jungle Man. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky. But I do all my own art, and really is, well, it's a lot of fun, actually, you know, when you do your own art. And I'm trying to find you something really cool. Imperial Yacht in red space. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool looking. This is a ship. I like sci-fi. And so I've written sci-fi, and there you go. There's my Imperial Yacht in red space. It's really cool. It's actually a ship on top of a ship, and it's really cool, actually, because it animates, and did some really cool stuff with it. I like it. You know, yeah, that's just me. Let's see what else I got. Art 2. Oh, you know what? Oh, let's see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. I have way too many pictures, thousands of pictures, and problem with thousands of pictures is, you know, you just can't find them. Okay, so this right here is the ship in my sci-fi series called Phoenix Rising, and you can buy it on Amazon. You got to put my name on it because it's not a trademark title. But Phoenix Rising is a book I wrote, and this is the ship in the book, and really cool. It's a sci-fi opera, you know, lots of planets, fights, space battles, land battles, different creatures, stuff like that. And you know, Phoenix Rising, you know, I'm doing. It's actually a trilogy. Second book is written, I just haven't published it. And the third book is on its being written. Oh my goodness! Let me see if I can find Amazon. Amazon. Phoenix Rising. Ruffino. Phoenix Rising Ruffino. Ta-da! Do. Here it comes. Da, da, da. There it is. Alright, let's see if I could see what happens when I put the browser up as a bookmark. Book. All right. See what happens. It should pop up in a minute. Never know what happens when I do this. Give it a sec. Should pop up right here. Voila. Poof. 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 Oh, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. What's it got that? What's it got that for? So much for that idea. Alright, well, this is what we'll do next. We'll take a snapshot of it, and then we'll pop it up there. Alrighty now. Do. Save it. Shameless self-promotion, I guess. It was also on Barnes & Noble, I think, so let me delete that. Remove, got it. And we'll put an image up. Book. In store. And pictures. Boy, nothing's working out for me. Let's remove it. Come on. Do that. Phoenix Rising in store, right there. Well, how come it didn't save it as a picture? 0 bytes. I mean, it's not there. Haichi mama. Okay, let's try it again. We try it again. No. Yes. Go here. Go here. Go here. Ah, there it is. All right. All right, there it is. All right, so if you want to know, this is my book on Amazon.com. It's a whole $3 on Kindle, so you can just download it and start reading it. It's out of print, so, but you can get it on Kindle. So, but or e-version. I've got this. You could buy it in print, actually. I do sell this in print, so if you want it in print, I can get you that in print. And, of course, in e-book form. But anyway, that's my book. It's called Phoenix Rising. It's a fun adventure. It really is. I wrote it, made up all the planets for it, stuff like that. So, hey, buddy. All is well. Well, things are okay. Everybody's sick in the house. So, we just picked up my little girl from school. She's sick, so kind of a bummer. But I'm fighting it. So, I got some real grease today. So, I re-greased my Crixus Armor X. I'm hoping that'll fix it. So that's that, and I don't know if you saw my this is my DHT horse, inspired by Clyde. Oh, it's snowing today. It's snowing today with wind and stuff, so it's a blustery day. So I didn't go fishing today. So I made a new excuse me. I made a new commercial or intro. This is what I do when I get tired and can't go fishing. I create stuff. So, I did that today. So, the Bay Area. The Bay Area here in California, in the western states, is San Francisco. So that's quite a drive for you. I don't know what the Bay Area is for you. Bay Area is San Francisco here on the western coast. So. That's what I always considered the Bay Area. So, but we'll just I don't know. I did add lessons learned, a brand new series, and you saw that already. But I do have some ideas here. One of the things I would like to upgrade on my kayak is my fish finder. I mean, I like my Striker 4. Don't get me wrong. I like it a lot. And for a down imaging fish finder, it's really good. But I want to get side imaging. That's going to be a little bit more money. So I have to save up for it. But I would like to get a side imaging fish finder. So, and a side imaging fish finder, I'm thinking about the, the Lowrance, I think. So, I think that's what I'm, no, the Helix. That's by, I think it's Humminbird. I think that's it. Yeah, it's the Humminbird. They don't say Humminbird. Humminbird Helix 7 Chirp Mega SI. So, not a cheap thing. That's an $800 fish finder. But I love 7-inch. So it's more. It's a landscape. So the Helix 5 is nice, but it doesn't have side imaging. Yeah, so the 5 doesn't have side imaging, and so I want side imaging. The 5 is it's a nice, and it's 5-inch, but I think I want the 7-inch because I always split screen it, and I have a 5-inch now, and let's see, Helix. Yeah, see, Helix 5 is only down imaging. It's just down imaging. So I want to get side imaging. And the 7-inch display will give me the side imaging. So, and they have the Mega one, and then they have the non-Mega one. One's $500, one's $700, and the Mega one gives you a lot more detail on side imaging and down imaging. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I figured if I'm going to do it, upgrade, I'm going to just get it as best imaging as, the imaging frequencies on the Mega gives you extreme detail, and on the down imaging and side imaging that the non-Mega doesn't. And that's really the difference. You just get more detail. So that's what I'm working on. Oh, the Lowrance triple shot. Oh, I don't have... Yeah, I was looking at the triple shot because of the price. But I think I'm going to go with the Humminbird Helix 7 Mega. I don't have to... And this is going on my kayak, so I don't have to worry about networking. So I don't have to pay for that networking one. You're not going to have two on a kayak. So I don't have to worry about that. And that's the difference between the G4 and the G4N, is networking. So you can have one at the steering wheel and one at the bow. So yeah, the Humminbird 360. Let me look. Yeah, I mean, we're talking for my kayak, okay? So I think the 360's got a much larger display. I think 7 inches is as big as I want to go with my display. Anything bigger, I think, is just in my way. So, and yeah, the Mega 360, looking online right now. Yeah, it looks really cool. I like the 360 because one thing about side imaging, you know where you are. All right, so that's really good. 360 shows you where everything is around you, and I like that a lot. And fish finder compatibility. So let's see which fish finders are compatible. See, 19, 16, 13, 15, 12, 10. See, the 10-inch. Oh, no, they got a 9 and an 8-inch. So they do have an 8-inch Helix 8 series that's compatible with the 360. It's all networked. I don't need networking. So let me look at see how much the Helix 8 is. That's compatible with the 360. It's networked, like $1,200. $1,200 is the lowest priced that's compatible with the 360. So that's an 8-inch, which would work. An 8-inch screen would work on my kayak. But I don't know. It's once you pass $1,000, that's a lot. Yeah, $700, not as bad as $1,200. Lloydies. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. Like I said, the lowest priced one that you could get the 360 on is the Helix 8. And that's compatible with the 360. And it's $1,200. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. Man, they got some, a 19-inch, man, it's a television screen. So all these are networked stuff. Yeah, I think the, I like the Helix. The Helix is really nice. And when you look at their mega mapping, it's amazing detail. In the side imaging and down imaging. Really, really good. Oh, cool. We always hope it comes out as good as in our head. It's supposed to rain at the. It snowed this morning at the lake. So, and it wasn't supposed to snow today, and it's supposed to snow on Wednesday. So, I might be able to get out there tomorrow. I don't know, but it's. I don't know. It's gonna be tight. Yeah. So I really want to add side imaging. And I think the Helix 7. Is $6.99 for that one, non-network, which you don't need a network on a kayak, so that is a useless thing. And I think this one will work out really well for $6.99. And then I'll take my Garmin Striker 4, which I strongly recommend to anybody who just wants a good down imaging fish finder. Is the Garmin Striker 4. For $100, you really can't go wrong with it. All you want is one kokanee, Sam. All you got to do is walk out there and grab one. You just reach in the water and grab one. That's all you got to do. They're not going to bite a hook. They just don't. You'll foul hook it. You just throw a treble hook out there and foul hook one. You can just grab one, bring a net, scoop one up. It's ridiculous. There are so many kokanee right now. You saw a picture of it. They're just all over the place. So you'll definitely you can get a kokanee. Don't eat it though, because they're going to taste terrible. Because they're dying, and their meat is, from what I hear, is horrible. So, but yeah, I think I like this one. It's just a matter of saving up for it. And during the winter months, those are the best time for me to save up because I don't fish very much. I mean, it's all ice fishing anyway, which is a lot cheaper than doing what I usually do. And I thought my phone. Oh, there it is. Hi, Michael. Oh, this is home base. This is my scheduler. Yep, it's the same this week because it has been. All right, so yeah, you'll get there's plenty of kokanee, Sam. There's lots of kokanee. I like this hummingbird. But if you guys just want a good down imaging one, the Garmin, the Striker 4, and it's a nice ice fishing one too, because I use it ice fishing, because it's got an A scope, and the A scope gives you really good detail just below you, and I can watch my lure go down. I can watch the fish come up to it. It's really a very good fish finder, and I split screen it all the time, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, I enjoy looking at different viewpoints in order to create, a good depth perception of it. So, anyway, it's kind of what I'm looking at. See if I have, I think, a picture of a Striker 4, because I've done videos on it. Yeah, here it is. And you can split screen it, which is really great. And I also actually split screen too, because I always run the A scope on it, and so I can always just drop a line down below me and fish, and jig whatever is down below me, which is really nice. But this particular one, it only costs $100. It's $100, and it even has GPS. Yeah, you just have to make it to the water, Sam. You can just grab one right off the dock. Walk down there, take your shoes off, and just kick a few. It's crazy. But yeah, this is actually a really neat fish finder. And this is what I use on my kayak. And for ice fishing, it also has let's see, something called a flasher. Oh, well, that's not going to work. That's a lousy picture of it, huh? Striker flasher. But I always have a hard time with the flasher. The flasher. The flasher is a common sonar for ice fishing, and it doesn't. I have a hard time for the Garmin to read my bait. Now in an A scope, I can see my bait, but in the flasher, I can't see my bait. So this is typically your ice fishing screen. This is what people use when they buy Vex or something like that. This is what they're looking at, and Vex is probably the best ice fishing fish finder there possibly is. Hey, Richard. So this is, but Garmin's Striker 4 doesn't have a very good flasher screen for ice fishing. I use a scope for it. So let me see if I can find. I don't know if I can find it. If we have one on a scope. Let me see. A scope. Whatever. Trying to find a good picture of one. Not sure if I got one. I could have. I've done a video on it. There's that one, that one, that one. I guess not. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. All right, forget that then. Forget that. So, get rid of those. But, the Garmin is a very good one. If you guys are looking for just a good down scoping, down imaging, good all-around fish finder, the Garmin Striker 4. But I think it's time, with all the fishing I do, to spread out and do side imaging. And getting the Helix is really just seems to be the one to go with. So, so far that I've looked, $700 is a lot of money, though. That's going to take a while to save up. So, next year, maybe I could start, the spring or, late spring with a Helix. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You're going to be on Mr. Bass and get your fish on live stream in a few weeks? Cool. Congrats, buddy. So, Mr. Bass. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I like him. Let's see. Save image as. See, I'm doing this and that, so. Whew, my goodness. All right, let's see if we can put this image up. Pictures. Color key, bam. Select my color, bam. There I am. Man, I am good. Bam. So, this is the Helix 7. Ta-da! Let's see, properties. I think you can flip it, rotate it, horizontal, flip it. Bam. There you go. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Flipped it. So, this is the Helix 7. So, the Helix 7 is a 7-inch display, and it's got really, this is the mega imaging. So the mega imaging really gives you incredible detail on the side for side scanning and down imaging. So really cool looking. I like it a lot. And I guess, from what I've seen so far, this is probably my best upgrade choice. So, thanks, Richard. Yeah, definitely, definitely support Fish in the Southeast. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, and don't forget to hit like. Click, 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 click. Hit subscribe, 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 subscribe. So, but, this is what, if anybody has one of these, holler. I mean, I've looked at some videos online. Of course, that's what you do, is you look at videos online. So, but anyway, it's kind of a neat. I mean, it's 7-inch. It's actually, and plus you've got this. There, right there. The control panel on the left side. So this is a lot larger than you think it is. I went in the store today to look at it, and it's kind of 7 inches is plenty big for my kayak. I'll have to get another sonar pod, which is $70, and remount it. So pretty simple. It really is a very simple application. So it just drops right in the middle of my kayak, and sitting right there in front of me. So it'll be easy peasy. But boy, it'll be so much nicer to have side imaging. And once I get it next year, then it'll be fun. And voila, make it go away. I got a happy face thing. This is my happy face guy. I know. It was like, hooray! It's my little squirrel. You got all these buttons. What do you do when you're not fishing? You make these stupid little things. Lowrance hook reveal. Triple shot with chirp. Down scan. Well, I looked at the it's cheaper. Although if you don't get the mega, it's the same price as the hook. It's the same price if you don't get the mega side scanning and down imaging. So if you don't want that extra resolution, then the Humminbird and the Lowrance are the same price at $500 each for the 7s. But the hook reveal, I looked at it, and for $500, it's a nice unit, but I just really like that extra imaging that the Helix gives me. The Helix just has a much better image in the Mega, and that's a really big plus for it. I like the button layout on it, and but both of them are really good. I was vacillating between the hook reveal triple shot and this one, and it's just I don't know, the Helix just has better imaging. Yeah, thanks, buddy. When I've been sick, I was sick for years, and I just played on the computer and taught myself imaging and animation and stuff, and it just, when you're bored and at home and you can't go out, and and you're suffering like I was paralyzed for a good portion of it, and you just grab the mouse and you just do this. I couldn't hold a pen or a pencil, but I could move a mouse, and um, I could teach myself um, animation and computer graphics and stuff like that, and that's what I did. I mean, and I wrote when I could. I was typing. It was slow going, but my brain, after my blood clot in my brain, I have a hard time thinking. So it really has stinted my creativity. So I mean, what I can do now is not what I could have done before. So, but nonetheless, I still have fun. I go fishing, but it's not yucky outside. Today's pretty blustery. I mean, the snow was coming down sideways at the resort. But let's look at the resort right now. Let's look at it. They have live cameras at Lake of the Woods. If you type in lakeofthewoodsresort.com, you can see the lake that I fish at. And you can see it's pretty windy right now. There's no snow on the ground. It melted off. So it didn't stick all day, but it was sticking this morning. But it is pretty blustery. And look at that. I mean, if you look at the live cam right now, you're not going to put in a kayak. You're not going to put a kayak in that lake right now. So, yeah, not a good day to go fishing there. Not a good day to go fishing there. But yeah, this morning it was neat. It was snowing, and well, like I said, it's not. It didn't stick at this elevation. Above it, I'm sure. Let me look. Yeah, you really can't see because of the overexposure, but I'm sure Mount McLaughlin's got snow. Looks like the roof on the, oh yeah, there's still some snow up on the roof at the lodge and stuff. So, yeah, so there's some snow still up there. So, yeah, we're going to have a good winter, I hope. I really, really hope we're going to have a really good winter. Lots of snow. Lots of snow and lots of ice fishing. I'll be bored, up at the resort because, people don't, the marina is not, the place people come. But, we rent snow huts and we rent snowshoes and stuff like that, augers and stuff. So people come to us to rent some snow fishing, ice fishing stuff. And maybe some sleds, because we have at the resort we have a snow park, so they could slide down in the hills and stuff like that, hit trees and get hurt, stuff like that. So that's what's going to happen. I've been stung. The bees up there are crazy. I've never been stung in my life until this month, and I got one here. And I got a big one right here. Man, it was like a 1/4 inch, that stinger we pulled out. I mean, it was just massive. Massive. You had to see it. And the pus that came out with it, it was gross. But it hurt. I mean, I had to really suck it up to, one of the girls at work, she just pushed real hard and pop that baby out. It hurt like a son of a gun. It is no fun. Bee stings are no fun. I'm not allergic, obviously, to them, but and my skin doesn't react to it like a lot of people's skin does. But still, a stinger, a stinger. They call it a stinger because it stings. Sorry. So. and it stung. It's all callous here too. It's made it even worse to get it out, but still a little tender. But at least it's out. But yeah, you don't want to get stung by a bee. I have found out you don't want to be stung by a bee, and if you're allergic to it, even if you're not, some people, like one of the guys at work, he got stung like 4 or 5 times this week. And his skin puffs up, his puffs up. Mine doesn't, and so it's just like an irritation. But he swells. So I guess his body he's not allergic to it, but his body reacts to it worse than mine. And it's just one after another. We were all getting stung. It's like crazy. I don't know. We have bee traps, and we got bug zappers and stuff like that. But I don't know. When you walk outside, and for some reason they hit your hands. I don't know why that is. One lady got stung in the neck the other day. I think it was yesterday, and so we helped her out. But oh well, you don't want to be stung by a bee. Yeah, it's tough between the lawrence and the hummingbird. But it all depends. If you want to spend, I would say if you want to spend $500, the lawrence is a really nice unit for $500. If you can spend $700, that extra $200, I think is going to be well worth it for the hummingbird. And I'm at that point to where if I'm going to spend 5, I'm going to spend 7. Because it's an upgrade. I don't want to upgrade again. I just want it one time. And if I do the lawrence or the hummingbird, I will never regret not getting it. So it's just a matter of, I don't want to go another year and say, look at my wife says, well, I want to get the other one. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So, I think that's why I'm leaning a lot towards the hummingbird. So, but yeah, the hummingbird I think is a better unit. But it costs $200 more. At $500, they're the same unit almost. The triple shot probably has a little bit of an advantage over the, one or over the other. Massive red wasp nest. Yeah, I can handle it. I can't handle gators. I don't do gators. See, nice thing about California and with the western area, Oregon and stuff, we ain't got gators. There's nothing in the water that can kill us. Nothing. Nothing in the water that can kill us. Nothing on land, really, that's going to kill us. Bears just walk by you. They don't care. They don't care. A deer can kill you. Because, they're nice, but when you're driving on the road and there's 50 deer on the side of the road feeding, it only takes one to jump out in front of you. And that's what ends up happening. Deer are dangerous. And they're all over the place. They're in my yard. They're all over the place. Deer. Yeah. So, gators, no. Gators kill. I don't do gators. At all. Nope. No gators. Yep. So, you guys can keep your gators. I don't understand why old people move to Florida. Because it's like they're Soylent Green for gators. There's just meals. Old people can't move fast. Gator comes up, eat old people. So, old people go down to Florida, and gators eat the old people and control the population of old people. I don't understand it. Why do old people move to gator country? Makes no sense to me whatsoever. None. Yeah. You think they'd come out west where there's no gators. A squirrel, nobody's ever been killed by a squirrel. None. Nope. Chipmunks, nobody's ever been killed by a chipmunk. And to be honest, bees, people don't get killed by bees too often, unless you're allergic to them. So, yeah, we're safe here. unless a deer jumps in front of you. It doesn't matter if I was in Florida one time. I've only been to Florida one time. And in the news that week, I was only in Florida for 3 or 4 days. Oh, I forgot. It was 3 days. In the news that week was a man who was changing his tire on the side of the road, got killed by a gator. Killed by a gator because he was changing his tire. That doesn't happen in the western United States. Deer do not come up and maul you. Squirrels will not hurt you. Nope. Gators kill. For you changing your tire, a gator will kill you. Nope. Not doing it. Nope. I don't understand people. When I was in Florida, I noticed everybody put a cage. All their pools were in jailhouses in order to keep gators out, because they got pools, and then they have these big cages that go over their pools, so gators don't go in there. You're going to go swimming? You don't want to jump in a pool with a gator. You just don't. So you're swimming in a jailhouse. Nope. Yep. Nope. 15-footer ain't gonna happen. And if you live there, I don't understand it. I have a niece that lives in Florida. I don't get it. I know it's cheap, but there's a reason for it. Houses are available because the old owner got eaten by a gator. That's why. All the owners are dead. They got houses and inventory there. Why? Because gators ate the owners. That's why. That's the only reason. And then they build houses on swampland. And then this thing called a sinkhole happens. Sinkhole. That means the earth, if the gator don't swallow you, the earth will swallow you. That's stupid. So you get gator that eats you, or earth eats you. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I mean, I'm sure you love it there. I'm sure, because you don't know anything different. You spent your whole life there. But you come out west, even if you get an earthquake here, your house is designed to withstand an 8.0 earthquake. For one thing, you don't get 8.0s. All right? You just don't. In California, I've lived through 1,000 earthquakes. My house has never been damaged. Some things have fallen off the shelf, but no big deal. Back east, you get hurricanes. Hurricanes. Floods. You can't build a house unless it's an ark to withstand a flood. Earthquake, piece of cake. Little shake, rattle, and roll. Do a little this, we're okay. Gators, don't got them. You don't even have that many sharks in California. Florida, most shark-infested waters in the United States. Florida. Yep. More sharks there than anywhere else. So, you're not safe on land. You ain't safe on the water. And the earth will swallow you up. And people move there. Old people move there. Yeah, I don't get it. Anybody lives in Florida? My sister lives in Atlanta. You know what they got in Atlanta? Bugs. Big bugs. And these bugs are big enough to carry small children away. I don't get it. Unless you don't want your children. Hey, sonny, go outside and play. And just watch them fly away with the mosquitoes. You have something called cicadas there? I don't get those either. We don't get cicadas here. Nope. You know why? I looked at hundreds of towns to relocate my family to. None of them east of the Mississippi. There's a reason for it. Because y'all get crazy stuff east of the Mississippi. West of the Mississippi, we get normal stuff. You get snow. You get an earthquake, perhaps. You ain't got animals that eat you for changing a tire. And the earth don't swallow you up unless it's like a 9.0 earthquake, which doesn't happen. You know, hardly at all. Unless you live in Alaska. They've had a couple. So, but, you know, west of the Mississippi, that's what you do. Because east of the Mississippi, y'all, 2/3 of this country's population east of the Mississippi. You know why? Because they're too lazy to move to the west of the Mississippi. That's where they were brought up. I don't want to come west. Go west, young man. That's what I say. So, I love you. We got like 2 billion cicadas here. Do you see? Do you see? You know what? We have tarantulas. All right? In my hometown in California, we have tarantulas. And I love spiders. Spiders are cool. And these are about the size of my hand, the tarantulas. And they're harmless. They're not poisonous. So you can pick them up and pet them and put them on your shoulder. Do whatever you want. If you can handle it, they're completely harmless. Tarantulas are. And they migrate in large quantities. We actually have in my hometown tarantulas crossing signs. And then the road will be blanketed with hundreds of them as they all migrate. Which is bad because you're not going to stop. You're just going to run through it. Inevitably, when you run over a bunch of tarantulas, you lift your feet in your car. Why? I don't understand that. But you do. But if you're in Florida, if you get a bunch of gators crossing the road, you ain't going to run over them. You can just sit there and wait and hope they don't look your way. So, yeah, we have harmless tarantulas. We do. And you can pick them up, you can pet them, kiss them if you want, put them on your head, throw them at little girls. I don't know. So, and even the sharks in the waters, because I've been in the water with plenty of sharks, even whales, while I'm surfing, and they don't bother me. Never had a shark turn my way. Maybe a leopard shark, but they're useless. You know, basically they're plecostomas of the ocean. So the deer here eating cicadas because there were so many. Well, that's good. At least your deer were helping you guys out. So, but yeah, in this area, the most vicious animal we probably have? We get a lot of raccoons. They can be pretty vicious. You don't go up to a raccoon and pet it. We have a lot of otters. We have a lot of freshwater otters. And as wonderful and cute as they are, you really don't want to go up and pet an otter. But they're really cool. And sometimes when you're catching a fish, they grab it, right off your line. And kind of rude. But, I was going to catch and release anyway. So I feed an otter in the meantime. Beavers, too. We have a lot of beavers. Beavers are mean. Kind of cool looking, though. They're pretty cool looking. I'm trying to think of anything else that's mean. Bears can be mean, but they ignore you. Cougars, but again, they're pretty timid. And as long as you, handle a cougar right, then you'll be fine. So, and I'm talking about the cat, not the old ladies. I don't know. There's just not. I mean, our snakes are pretty harmless, except for rattlesnakes. But we got a lot of water snakes, but they're harmless. So, there's one spider in this neck of the woods that is the brown recluse. That is a mean spider. So if it bites you, you got to get medical attention immediately, or you lose part of your flesh. It rots your flesh right off. yeah, you don't mess with beavers. You don't want to agree. Well, you know, animals. That's because you got me talking about Florida. So Florida is crazy. I mean, why did Walt Disney build their resort in Florida? I mean, I think in their lagoons, people have actually died in their lagoons. I mean, that's Disneyland, the happiest place on earth to die in. You know, that doesn't happen over at that's Disney World. Disneyland, you're safe. Ain't nothing there except for a homeless person that might mug you in LA. And there's a lot of those. That's about the worst wildlife in California is homelessness and crime. That's the worst. That's the wildlife you have to worry about in California. Up here in Oregon, it's actually, everybody's pretty cool here. Got some homelessness, but everybody's pretty cool here. You know, I like it. So, to Florida to fish the St. Johns River. Well, I would love to fish in Florida. Florida is a great state, probably one of the best states to fish in. But I don't want to meet a gator. I'll be in a kayak fishing, and gator will come up. Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen. If I'm going to fish back east, I'll probably do South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, that area. I fish those areas. Ain't no gators up there. I fish those areas. Catch some big old bass. But yeah. You're going to get gators. You're going to catch a big old giant bass. It's going to be personal best. Big old gator's going to take it from you. Not going to happen. Let the gator have it. Although I probably would jump on the gator if it was that big of a bass. Dissect that gator. Gator meat's good. That I can tell you. Eating gator is good. So. Oh, really? You got a lot of recluse spiders? See, black widows, I've been bit by black widows, and they're no big deal. They leave about the size of a welt, about the size of my watch, about the size of a silver dollar. A black widow bite is just not, I don't react, great. I don't have a problem with them. But brown recluse, I've never been bitten by a recluse. One of my friends has, and with medical attention immediately, they were fine. But without medical attention, if you're camping or something like that, you're just going to lose part of your flesh. So, not doing... See, bad. Go west, young man. Go west. Just, back here, he ain't got that, much. He ain't got that much. He got some brown recluse, but it's not. They're not crazy. There's not a lot of them. They exist. But, I don't know. I just, here, I'm trying to think of a dangerous animal. And besides the brown recluse, bees. If you're allergic to bees, you don't want to be here. I have never been stung before this year in my life, and I got it. Stung twice. Crazy. I don't understand. All right, well, I'll let you go, my friend. You drive safe. Drive safe. And fun talking about animals. So, I started this with, lubricating reels and, maintenance. So you got oil and lubrication, grease for your reels, and hopefully that'll fix that Crixus. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to restring it completely again. I always restring that thing. So, anyway, you take care, and let me go out with my new video. Take care, buddy.